Alright, that's the last time you'll see the K20 in the race car. Yeah, since it got cold, since the car has no windshield wipers, she has no heat. Basically, since it has one seat, nothing else pretty much with a steering wheel and a racing seat, I'm going to put it in my EG Coupe. So, hopefully, give me a couple weeks, or maybe a couple days, depending if I got parts in time. With everything going on in the world, it's kind of hard to get parts these days. Alright, here's a couple hours later. Pretty much got everything taken off. I got the intercooler off, I got all the piping, I just got the traction bar off. That was a pain in the ass with that radiator's in the way. But the mounts are pretty much off. I got them loose. The back mount's gone. I got the exhaust off. I'm going to actually pull it with the turbo manifold on. It's way easier. Basically, just got to pop the axles out, drain the radiator, because I didn't want to make a mess where I land the floor. So, hopefully next time you see this, it'll be on the floor, then it'll be in my coupe. Alright, that's a little bit of struggle. Actually, it's pretty easy. My car has no front end, so motor slid right at the bottom versus staying at the top, which is a pain in the ass on these K-swaps. Here's the K20 I took out. I left the manifold, the turbo on. Just mainly took the exhaust off. It was pretty easy. So, next time you see the hatchback, hopefully I have like 1,000 horsepower built motor. Or at least something turned up pretty crazy. Had to steal the brakes, the radiator, turbo, the intercooler, pretty much everything. It's going in the EG Coupe. Figure it has something I can actually drive around versus a race car that's gonna sit in my driveway or my garage for like a year or until the next time it's warm. Alright, I've completely gutted my fully running race car. Could be a good idea. Essentially, there's nothing left but the brake lines and the fuel lines. The motor mounts I can't use, so I took the wiring all out, the gauges, the wideband, the oil pressure, so there's gonna be a nightmare wiring about it. Pretty much took everything. So there's no shifter, no computer, no harness. Pretty much back to the fuse panel, the gauge cluster. That's pretty much it. So let me roll this out and then roll the coupe in and we'll start to get working. Alright, here's the coupe I picked up a couple days ago. For $400. Wasn't bad, but got a little bit of rust, a little bit of like some homemade repair. Overall, ain't too bad. Was an automatic, so I do have to take the shifter assembly out and kind of cut the floor and make it all work. But actually, the car is not terrible. It was a little dirty when I first bought it, but not too bad. I already took the motor out. Did have a little D16 in here, but I'm not using that. We're going with a K20 with an LSD 6-speed. So, hopefully next time you see this car, it'll actually have a motor in it. Might not run, but at least I can actually show you a motor in it. UPS actually showed up today with my motor mount, so hopefully tomorrow, as long as the weather's not too cold, I'm actually going to start getting the motor mounts all cut off, the old mount. Because on the EGs, you got to cut the passenger side mount, you got to drill it out and cut the damn mount off. It's a pain in the ass. Then I'm going to install these new mounts, new K20 swap, so the EG Coupe should be getting ready to go. Alright, now I got to start getting this coupe ready for this K20. Motor's not hard to get in. Really hardest part is trying to drill these damn spot welds out and break the mount off, which kind of hurts my feelings because I want to put that in the B series. It kind of sucks I had to cut the mount off. Beyond that, it's mainly just wiring, plugging everything in. But I also get this damn shifter assembly out. I started taking everything apart, but still a bunch of shit to get out. I assume you gotta cut it, or I'm not sure. I did last time in the other car, but it's been a while. I'm gonna start working on it. I get this mount messed up. Then I get the motor, hopefully at least sitting in the car. It might not wire today, but at least get it ready to go. Alright, let's go. Alright, got the motor mount off yesterday. Actually, my friend Mike got it up for me. That was a pain. It's basically, you gotta get all these little spot welds out, break the mount off. Y'all can see. Next step, you actually gotta drill these holes up here and actually make them come out the bottom. It's gonna be fun. Got the back motor mount off and the new mount on. Shouldn't be too much more work. I already got the driver's side mount on. It's kind of like a two-piece mount. I like bolt it to the transmission, then actually bolt the mount to the piece. It's kind of cool. Hey, next time y'all see it, I'll be a little bit farther. Alright. Finally got the K20 actually in the coupe. Mounts were a little pain. After a little bit of adjusting and messing with it and hardening with it, it actually works. This mount was actually pretty hard. I actually just drill the holes out, get it all lined up. But it actually works now. So, hopefully pretty soon, I get it all wired up, get the fuel lines done. I gotta change the brakes, because obviously I have 14-inch brakes with drilled inside the rotors versus whatever's on this car. I think he actually kept the damn, yeah, there's no brakes at all. So, upgrade that, get the intercooler bolted on, get the piping done. I guess pretty much everything but put the motor in now. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Alright. I'm farther. You get still very far away. Got the actual clutch thing in. This was automatic, so I had to get the little plate out, bolt that up. Got some of the wiring all undone. Still got it wired up. I'm gonna show y'all the hard part of the process. When you do the K-swaps, you actually gotta remove this piece. This is like, it's mounted up there. It's welded or spot welded. I found an easy way is actually cut it right here with a grinder, cut it up here with a grinder, and there's actually a spot weld on this side. I just drill out and pry it up with a pry bar. Kind of take it, pry it up and down a couple times, and snap the top off. Once you do that, you gotta drill through this hole up here. Use a hole saw. I believe I used 1.5 inches. I gotta double check when I actually do it. But next time, I'm gonna drill a hole. I gotta get a Harbor Freight and get a new hole saw. Be alright. Then I gotta run my wiring up through here. I'm not real sure yet. This car is all different. My EK I added in. Alright, I got the clutch cylinder all mounted up. On ahead, mount the clutch pedal, if you can actually see. Obviously this was automatic, so the pedals were real close. That was a pain. That's what y'all can see. One of the inserts actually came out, so I had to put a bolt in there, but whatever, it works. Looks like I'm actually going to have to either cut this pedal, or I'm going to have to actually swap all the stuff. I don't know if I can physically get the pedals out without messing with it, so we'll find out. Next time you'll see if I cut it, or I want the hard route. Alright, this is actually days later, but actually a little bit farther. Kind of mildly got my radiator in, got the mounts done. I got my K20 traction bar all mounted up nice. Still gotta figure out a way to mount my radiator. I wait for my hose to get here first before I figure it out. Got my wire harness ran through. Actually on a new place to cut a hole. I don't know if you can see it. Actually I put a hole saw directly next to the little spout piece, the little hose on the bottom of your heater that lets it drip. Drill a 2-inch hole next to it and it seems to be perfect. I also got the linkage hole cut. I had to cut that thing like 4 times. It was a pain in the ass. My mount's in the way. Power steering line's in the way. Pretty much everything else. Got the shifter moderately just sitting there. You'll see my custom hookup I'm using. Next time I'm actually going to drill holes and mount it, but I want to make sure I want it like where it was first. Make sure it's going through the gears and everything. Then I finished wiring everything up. Just mainly a couple wires to the old harness and a couple wires to the firewall. This is all the stuff I took off. Got the old knuckles. The axle was actually seized in the damn hole, so tried to get it out as far as it would go. Took the old automatic shifter out. The control arms were terrible. The shocks were wore out. Brakes were kinda working. Hell, I got suspension off my 2000 Civic. I got the knuckles. I got my drilled and slotted rotors, my extended studs, the better brakes. I put some new 500 horsepower axles in, so should work good. Hopefully next time should actually be running. If not, at least it'll actually make noise. Alright, Turbo Civic is way farther. Got my speed factor intercooler all done. Got it all clamped down and everything's pretty good. Got my skunk tube radiator in. Got my turbo piping all pretty much done. Got my K20 fuel regulator all just wired up and hooked up and stuff. Mainly got wired a positive from my speed factory boost controller and just make my exhaust. But I still got to do the heater core lines too. I forgot about that. Got the shifter all done. I do got to cut the console a little bit, make it fit a little better. Actually, still got to put a fuel pump in. I'm putting a Walbro 450 versus a little one. Figure if I got it, might as well use it. Which means I had to put upgraded fuel lines. If not, I guess the stock ones will blow apart from all the pressure. I still got to wire my gauges up for like the wideband, the boost controller, and the oil pressure gauge. But that won't start from starting. Or won't stop from starting. So next time you see it, I'll actually be starting it up. I can get it to turn over, but I didn't have the fuel lines until today, until UPS brought it, so I was kind of stuck where I was at. So tomorrow I'll get a little farther. I actually might try to start it or at least turn it over, see how much better it does now. Alright, I'll see y'all next time. Well, just got back from a ride. I feel like the damn wheels are gonna fall off. Y'all can tell. Somebody did a rear disc conversion. Forgot the fucking. It looked like they stripped the captive nut that goes up in this fucking hole. The bushing is completely broken. There's only one bolt. Y'all can see that side. He had it zip tied on or some kind of shit. Damn bullshit up here. The zip ties I don't mind. A bolt unit got sort of tight with bad bushing, terribly bad bushings. I think that bolt's actually there. Wow. Definitely be careful when y'all buy cars. Make sure you inspect it. Alright, after a little bit of struggle, I got the control arms off, or the trailing arms, whatever you don't call them. Apparently, these people didn't know what they're doing. Look at this shit. If I can do this, that's not good. That's the top of the bushing. It's clearly broken off. One over here, this bolt wasn't even tight. That's probably why the car drove so crazy. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to use any of this. Maybe. Might just put new bushings, get a new control arm piece or whatever that link's called. I was gonna film that, but that took way too long. Way too long. The other side's gonna be 10 times worse. The bolt's actually stripping the fucking hole, or I think it's the captive nut or something. It's actually messed up in that hole and that hole. So I figured do the easy one first. I'll knock that part out, put the suspension back on, then I'll tackle the side that I probably don't want to do. I might buy new control arms because the bushings, they're not terrible, but they're not great. So I'll probably replace one thing. I'm going to replace it all before I die on the way, trying to do 150 mile an hour. Alright, everything's pretty much done. Kind of use one of my old downpipes I had from some old tune I had. It should work. Alright, let's try to start her up. Did you get some new carpet? I'm sorry, new floor mats. That carpet's fucking nasty. Oh, don't need winch wipers. Next time, I'll take it for a ride. Oh, once I fix the suspension. Alright, I got the other side off. It's just as bad as that side. That's crap. I think that's not good. Yeah, that's terrible. I can just push out my fingers. Oh. Yeah, I think I would have just broke it off. Great. Now I'm gonna put my press, get the new bearing or new bushings, press them in, put it back together, see how far I get. Alright, I got my pedals swapped. That was a pain. It's hard to get to. I'll show y'all what I did. Instead of actually taking this piece out, I actually just unbolted it, pulled out the hole, took the actual pedal, unlocked it from this little thing. Oh, there's a little cotter pin on one side. It was pretty easy. If not, it'd probably take you an hour or two to literally get this one piece out of the car. All seems to work. I just gotta get the springs on there. I can't really get my hands in that far. So, but it all seems to work. Right, works. The brake or clutch pedal, I already had done. The gas pedal and the brake, that were a pain in the ass. I gotta actually adjust the gas pedal. I can't really get the throttle pedal in. It'll be alright. It's gonna take dramatic measures to get this off. You actually spin it, the whole damn thing spun. I'm not sure what happened there. But they're not too good anyway. That one is almost stripped. Bushing's bad. I'm gonna try to use my other control arm for the trailing arms. And we got that for. Hopefully next time I'll figure something out, get my car driving. I'll take y'all for a ride.